Hi guys. So it's been a while, so I'm gonna talk about a topic which is related to that, especially around taking time off and getting back into routine. And the very first thing that we can talk about is why do we need time off? Well, for obvious reasons. One, let your brain reset, and this is something that people who are disciplined or have a routine lifestyle can relate to. Sometimes taking a break, especially for like a month or just a few weeks at least, it helps you just relax for a while, and then when you come back, you can just get back on the horse much, much stronger. And during your time off, this is one of the most important bits. During your time off, you gotta realize that you need to enjoy, especially if you're traveling abroad or you're visiting your parents, doesn't matter what it is. I was in Sri Lanka for a month, and that whole month I usually gym for around 6 days a week, but back home, I was still working out, but not as much. I was working out 3 days a week. Um, Almost every day I was eating food from restaurants. One, because I was visiting Sri Lanka after 4 years, and for me to not have that would be just stupid because I don't know when I'll be back in Sri Lanka. But what I do know is I can always come back to my routine life when I'm back in Australia, work out, get back in shape. I can always do that, but I won't be in Sri Lanka with my family maybe for an year or two. So, know what's important. Sometimes having fun is important, especially if you've been disciplined for the past few years, especially if you've basically kept going on, kept hustling, sticking to your routine. It's better to know where the boundaries when you are taking time off. And you gotta know that you you're there for a reason, or you're there once in a while. Especially I was having this conversation with a friend who was at the gym, where basically his relationship with food was bad, where even I had this when I was shredding one time, where whenever I eat something out whenever I eat something from outside, let's say junk food, doesn't matter what it is, I would literally throw up, or I would basically starve myself the next day. And that is not good. It's just fucking stupid. Because having one meal or having a few meals from outside, it's not going to change anything. It's not going to take away from you. It's literally not going to have any impact as long as you're still working out, as long as you're still being healthy. That's what matters. So when you're taking time off, just make sure that you have a good balance between staying fit, staying healthy, keeping your brain active. But at the same time, don't restrict yourself too much. Just go out there, have fun. You're taking time off for a reason. You're taking time off to relax, to get back in touch with the real world where you just do nothing, enjoy. Literally. Just do nothing and enjoy. Whereas if you're stuck in what we call hustle culture. It's just work, work. Like I enjoy work. I love doing work. I love working on businesses. I love working on trading. But sometimes I it can get too much. So taking that time off will let you just step away from everything and regain that love for whatever you're doing. So that's why it's important. And I'm gonna keep this video super short because one, I'm getting back into YouTube after a while. Literally, it's been like 1.5 months, I think. So gonna keep this quick. So getting back to routine, the main thing is it's probably gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while for you to get back where you left off. And especially for me, I've been in Sri Lanka for a month. And for me, I'm the type of guy who wakes up early in the morning, goes to the gym, is there in the gym by 5, but right now I'm still struggling with waking up. I'm still literally getting out of bed in the morning for me, that's the hardest part of my day. And being easy on myself, as in if I'm still up early but I show up to the gym like 10-20 minutes late, I'm like, cool, that's fine. But as long as I'm making incremental progress, that's what matters. And the truth is, when you're back after taking time off, you're not going to be as fit, you're not going to be as healthy, you're not gonna be as disciplined, you're not gonna be as fucking powerful as you were. But you gotta realize that getting back into routine or getting back to where you left off, it'll probably take the same time that you took away. As in, let's say you were abroad for 1 month. For you to get back to where you left off, it's probably gonna take you another month. So you gotta understand that it's gonna take time. You gotta be easy on yourself, especially with me. This is so bad because every time I go to the gym now, since I've been back in Australia, I'm like, ah, shit, I'm small. Like the negative self talk is bonkers. It's it's unhealthy. But that's something that I gotta come to terms with, that this is normal. This is me getting back on the horse and going easy on yourself. So what are some things that you can do to basically make some incremental progress, because that is what matters. One is remind yourself why you're doing all this. Remind yourself why you wake up. Remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing. Let's say you're a hustler. You're working all the time. You're trying to make money. Remind yourself why you're doing that. That will make it a bit easier. And this is the second and like the most important thing that you can do. That is showing up whenever you don't feel like doing something. And this is one philosophy of mine. And this is what basically every what alpha male motivational speaker would tell you. You gotta show up on the days that you don't feel like it. Especially when it comes to like gym. The day you have to go to the gym is the day that you don't feel like going to the gym, because those are the days that no one wants to show up. When you like everyone's like, you know what, I don't want to go to the gym today. No, and they don't show up. And that's one of the main reasons why they're not making much progress as you, because you gotta be the kind of person that shows up, especially when you don't feel like it. That's what being disciplined is. That's the hard part. That's what a lot of people consider hard. So for you to do the hard things, that's when you have to fucking show up. When you don't feel like doing things. So one, if you're like, oh, I don't want to wake up, I don't want to do this, go do it. Because after you do whatever you have to do, you're gonna feel so much better and so much more motivated to do it again, and hence an upward spiral. So take things slow, make incremental progress. That's the main thing, making incremental progress. Because when you took some time away and you're getting back into your normal routine life, the very first thing that you can have to understand is like you're gonna start what you were doing. It's like you're just starting from the beginning again. So take it slow, make incremental progress, and keep going. Don't give up. Don't be the guy, or don't be the person or the woman, whichever gender you are. Don't be the kind of person who just gives up because it's hard. Because you have been having good habits. You've been having good habits for all this time, and you took some time away, but that's fine. That's needed. But it's time to get back. Time for you to pick up things where you left off. Time to get disciplined again. And yeah, those are some tips. I will leave it there. And right now, I'm practicing. Yeah, it's practicing what I'm preaching. Not as easy, but we gotta keep going. We gotta keep showing up, because I know I'm like 2 weeks, maybe 1 week in Australia now. I've been in Australia for 1 week after being in Sri Lanka. My strength is nowhere to be found, but I know that if I keep going, I'm gonna get back to where I left off, and then eventually keep making more progress. So yeah, keep going. It's good that you took time off, but it's time to get back on the horse again. I will leave it there. Have a good one, boys.